Hi Capricorn, this is your reading for December 2018. Please set aside anything that you're doing so that you're not multitasking, and all of your presence is here with me for the reading. Focus on your breathing. Take a couple of slow, long, deep breaths so that you can come into a calm, centered place and let go of any tension or anxiety that you might be feeling. Adjust your posture, sit comfortably. Check in with your higher self and your guides and ask them to reach out to meet my higher self and my guides so that we can create a feedback loop to get really clear and relevant messages that are especially for you. Okay, let's see. Okay. Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. There's two fives here in the reading. You have the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, both upright. The Five of Cups is the crowning card. And the Five of Pentacles is your outcome card. So possibly coming into this month or experiencing this month some challenging moments around disappointment or loss. That's also indicated here though as well with the Four of Pentacles reversed and the Ace of Cups reversed, as well as the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles both reversed. These are all your foundation cards. You also have at the foundation the Emperor, which is also in reverse here. So there are some indications that energy is going out this month. I feel that maybe has been, if this reading is a relationship reading for you and we're talking about a love matter, it looks like the person that you may have been interacting with is someone that you've come to realize that perhaps is not quite as stable or as solid as you may have hoped or as you may have first projected or imagined, and that you may be releasing yourself from them. The Ace of Cups here in reverse, this could suggest that you are in the Four of Pentacles. Both of these cards are kind of suggesting release and letting go. Perhaps with this Ace of Cups in reverse also sort of suggesting that you may not have the willingness to maintain a container for a love that maybe had been initiated. For some of you, if this is about work, some of you may be feeling some exhaustion and overwork this month. That's what I could say here from the Five of Pentacles and also the Seven of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles, all these Pentacles cards, and even the Four of Pentacles. These could all be talking about exhaustion at work or overwork or putting in too much time and effort into something that has not been giving you enough of a return to make it feel like it's worth it. Interesting here also too is that you have two nines in reverse side by side in the reading. You have the Nine of Wands in the center of the reading in reverse with the Nine of Cups as the card representing the energy that you're coming into the reading with. So this is also maybe suggesting that there is some dissatisfaction and frustration in your day-to-day. Maybe you have been feeling a loss of motivation for certain things, maybe just in general. You may just be feeling run down or dissatisfied. Maybe you have been experiencing some depression, loss of interest in life even. Yeah. You have the moon card here as well. And I feel maybe for some of you there is some kind of emotional health issue to deal with. Some dissatisfaction in life, some frustration, physical exhaustion, leading also or contributing also to a sense of a state of unwell in your emotional sense. Indicating also that with the moon here, there could be some issues around that as well. You might be experiencing some depression, Capricorn. Loneliness, I just get. You're feeling lonely, or you're feeling unsatisfied, you're feeling frustrated, you feel like you've been persistent and you've been trying really hard, and it feels like you haven't achieved a feeling of success from your efforts. That could be leading you to feel like run down and mentally exhausted and emotionally exhausted too. Yeah, in your hopes and fears here, you have the Priestess and the King of Cups. These are powerful cards here, and I think seeing these come up here in the hopes and fears quadrant of the readings, it says to me that you do have quite a tenacity. Your spirit is very strong, and there is, even though you may be feeling run down emotionally and physically, there is a deep well of strength and emotional fortitude that you have in you that you can tap into. And it also says here that, with the High Priestess, it says to me that you have a very deep desire to tap into the deepest, most connected parts of you that will help reveal more understanding and awareness. I feel like if you are feeling run down, you may be feeling some depression or loneliness, exhaustion, sadness, any kind of like emotional states. What this is saying here is that your spirit is driven to uncover truth and clarity with that sense of with all the emotions that are feeling like basically anything other than what this looks like. Those things are the driving force for you to move forward, driving forward with motivation to recover, if that makes sense. So I feel like even though you may not be feeling in the best of spirits at this time, even physically, you may not be feeling well physically. What it says here is that your spirit is using that as fuel to drive forward to uncover and understanding and meaning and clarity from the situation. And you have the ability to use those feelings, to use that state of being of unwell, of unrest, to drive you forward on a spiritual quest. Eight of Cups and the Moon. So a powerful time. It may not be easy, but you are definitely motivated to understand your situation better by, diving deeper into the discontent or the frustration or the exhaustion, to derive greater meaning and understanding, to help you. It's like the cause is the cure, right? It's a kind of well-known phrase, but if you're experiencing those things emotionally, use that as a resource, as fuel to kind of give you direction and to help you understand where it is in your emotional and emotional body and your physical body and in your psyche, that you need to recover and reclaim energy from places where you've been either giving it away, or whether it's been taken, or whether it's been, places where you have been behaving from a lack of awareness presently or from the deeper past, to restore and recover your energy in a way that you can nurture and heal yourself by accessing your own energy, if that makes sense. This is the self-healing path. It's like you needing to allow yourself to understand the places where there is dissonance, where there is disease, where there is unhappiness, where there is exhaustion, where there is, those things. They are indicators for you of the direction that you can go in to restore your state. Okay? So let this be a process of inquiry. Use this energy to kind of give you direction and help you understand where you need to go in order to restore. Let your own being be your study, so to speak. Yeah, recovery is what I get. Recovery and restoration. And reclamation of power as well, with the Emperor here in reverse. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. So the bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. Then you have the Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands reversed, and the Sun. Sorry, Queen of Wands is upright, the Sun is in reverse. Yeah, I guess I feel like you're in a healing path at the moment, which is an undertaking of self-study, for understanding, for reclamation, for your own wholeness. And fire energy is coming up. I think sun energy. I mean, maybe if you're someone that's in places where the weather is not awesome at this time of year, some of this could simply be generated by that, and it could simply be an indicator that you need a little bit of sun energy, sunlight energy. And if you're not getting it from your environment, get it in your meditation space. Get it from within. Visualize. Let's see what else is here. It's not a very long reading, but I feel like, and even though what I kind of already said was kind of abstract, I feel like that is basically it for this reading. That this is an indicator that if you're experiencing health issues at this time, emotional issues, if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling exhausted or frustrated or just unhappy in any way, this is a time for you to activate your inner priestess, the high priestess here. Your own healer. Be your own healer. Be your own magician. Be your own sage. Be your own doctor. Let your state of being guide you towards understanding yourself, to uncovering the places where you may have given away energy, where you have been allowing people to mistreat you, where you may have been, putting your time and energy into things that are important to other people and not necessarily to you. Why you do that? Why are you giving your energy in those ways? And what it is that you need for yourself, for your state of wellness, for your contentedness. How can you turn things around so that you are actually totally in alignment and driving yourself forward, driving your life forward in ways that is in total alignment with your will, with your desires, with your own path, and in doing so, reclaim your emotional well-being and stability. Reclaim your power, your mystical power. Reclaim your inner divinity. And let the experience of the past that brought you to this point be valuable lessons in understanding. There's no need to regret. There's no need to mourn. There's no need to grieve or feel sad. You came to this point to understand, and let yourself allow yourself the time to actually understand what brought you here to this moment, so that you can actually resolve and heal habits and patterns that have been unhealthy. There's no need to continue on in those ways. But this is a moment to actually really put the brakes on and turn and face all of these things and not allow cycles to continue where you feel like you are giving away your power. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let yourself become empowered by this experience. Let your state of health be the direction that you need to go. Like, delve deeper into your own state of being right now and strive to understand how you got there, how you can restore your wellness, how you can minimize these kinds of effects in the future by changing your behavior, by changing your attitude, by changing the way you think, by changing the way you speak, by becoming more in alignment with your higher self, with your true nature, with your divinity, with your magic, with your emotional well-being. And stop diverting away from that for whatever reasons, to support others or help others or give, time and energy to other people. Okay, Capricorn, I'm going to leave the general reading there. This is a fork in the road moment. That's what I feel. You can continue on the way you've been sort of stepping through life without making any changes, and life will continue to feel the way that it feels. Or you can take this moment here to kind of check in with yourself and adjust and assess the way you feel right now, and understand how you got there, and then make the necessary adjustments and recalibrate to move forward in more alignment with yourself to create a different future. Let's take a look at the Voyager deck. The Nine of Cups is at the bottom of the deck there, which is the same as this card here. Okay, while I shuffle, please blast the deck with your energy so I can get clear messages for you. So the purpose of the Voyager deck and the next higher octave reading is to get more information to understand what's happening on a karmic level, on a spiritual level, on a soul level, to kind of be able to understand better the lessons that are at play and the opportunities available, so that we can best know how to step through with grace, with courage, with dignity, so that we can really make the most out of the situation that we're in to maximize the growth path. So send your energy over into the deck. One more. Oops. Chariot reversed, crossed by the Woman of Wands. Two of Crystals reversed. 10 of Wands. The Sun. Man of Worlds reversed. Man of Cups reversed. Sage of Wands reversed. 5 of Wands. Time Space, which is Judgment in this deck. Temperance, both reversed. Sage of Crystals. 4 of Wands reversed. And 6 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you have Ace of Wands reversed. Okay. Capricorn. I do feel like more or less what I'm going to do here is reiterate what I've just explained from the previous general reading. Because you have the Chariot in reverse at the center of the reading, sandwiched by the Sun card and the Man of Worlds in reverse, crossed by the Woman of Wands. So this feels to me like the energy of the Chariot for me is very much the one of the warrior, the spiritual warrior, the person who is driven by their willpower and is kind of channeling celestial guidance to kind of move forward in a certain way on their path. And I feel that because you have that card here in reverse, crossed by the Woman of Wands, with the Sun and the Man of Worlds here in reverse, this is kind of an indicator that you kind of need to be a little bit more driven towards getting in alignment with your divine will. The foundation, you have the Ten of Wands. In this deck, it's called Growth. In the Rider-Waite deck, it's that card we know very well with the man carrying the bundle of sticks on his back in a sort of oppressive posture. So it's kind of, it says to me that this is perhaps a moment in life for a check-in where it is that you can kind of assess where you are, as I said in the previous reading, assess where you are and how you got here, and either carry on the way you're going with that extremely heavy bundle of sticks that you are dragging around with you, or you can make a decision to reassess and recalibrate, put that bundle of sticks down, and move forward in a more clear way with a greater alignment and with less baggage. Okay? Man of Cups and Six of Wands. The Man of Cups is reversed. You also have the Man of Worlds in reverse. So I do feel like there's quite a few court cards in reverse in this reading, as you had in the previous as well, right? The Emperor there. I do feel like this is a moment for you to align yourself better, realign yourself, and restore your energy, recalibrate. In particular with regards to your masculine energy and how you channel your willpower. That's what I feel like a lot of this is about. It's about fire energy, it's about enthusiasm, it's about will, it's about, I just got an entrepreneurship for some people that's relevant in the 3D world, but I feel like this reading is about your karmic and spiritual work. So how you channel that into the mundane world is another thing, but what this is sharing, what this is saying here is that your fire energy needs to be stoked and activated and enlivened, risen, you need to get the temperature a little bit higher. You have Sage of Wands and Four of Wands here in reversed, Woman of Wands here, Ten of Wands here, so there's a lot of fire energy along with the Sun coming into the reading. And yet there's all this kind of, the colors here are very cool and very blue at the crowning cards, and these cards are almost all reversed. You have Temperance in reverse, Judgment in reverse, Two of Crystals in reverse, Sage of Crystals in reverse, and the Five of Wands upright. So what it feels like, all these crowning cards here are saying, this is the moment where you, because the energy I feel from the previous reading and also in these crowning cards too, is that there's a part of you that's being perhaps a little bit too passive with your life, and maybe just kind of taking on your lot as it's kind of issued to you without taking much responsibility of how to like work with things to kind of, channel energy in a way that kind of directs things more. It's like you're being maybe a little bit too passive, and I think that's what that cool blue color is kind of giving. Is like you maybe being a little bit too receptive, too feminine, and too passive. And all this fire energy here with all the Wands cards and the Sun card is saying to me that you need to stoke your fire, you need to build your drive and your motivation to be more proactive with the energy that comes towards you, and drive it in a direction that is in alignment with who you are and what you want to do, and in your personal archetypes. Having the Man of Cups and the Man of Worlds here both in reverse is sort of both saying to me that there's a part of you that's being, as I said, a little too passive and perhaps a little bit immature and a bit lazy. Judgment in reverse with the Temperance in reverse. Perhaps you've had some hardship and you haven't necessarily recovered fully from it, or you haven't necessarily been able to integrate an understanding of what your experiences have been in order to bring you to a place of a renewed, fresh, trusting, sort of foundation to kind of springboard from next. So perhaps there's some work to do there with and maybe that if you are feeling a bit exhausted or tired or sick or whatever, as according to the previous general reading, perhaps that is the indicator here, is that the work to the battery ran out there. So as I was saying, it does seem like there is some energy here around looking back to the past in order to resolve and understand and integrate previous disappointments or lessons or hardships that may still be unresolved and still existing in you as patterns or as inconsistencies in the way you are actually moving forward. And so some of your behavior is it's coming from places where you are storing unresolved pain and difficulty from the past, or even not even necessarily painful things that are still unresolved, but even just like attitudes and behaviors that were learned things from, you know, early childhood, or such types of experiences where we kind of remember or learn how to behave in certain ways that fulfills a certain need in a moment. And as we grow older, we may not grow out of those things because we have just become habituated in them. So I think there's something here around addressing some habits and some ideas, thought forms, behaviors, attitudes, emotional responses that are habituated in stemming from places where we are kind of still limited in our beliefs and ideas about things, and places where there could be a lot of value gleaned from having the judgment here and the judgment card together with temperance in reverse, both these cards reversed. It says to me that then you need to have you need to turn the lights on. And it's something about resolving and reconciling past matters, past issues. Five of Wands with the Sage of Crystals in reverse. So this could suggest, again, with the Sage of Crystals in reverse, it could speak about a father figure or some type of authority figure. In reverse here is someone that's domineering or someone that is not necessarily totally in balance. There could be like a type of cruelty, a kind of cruelty there. That's just one way that this energy can play out. But what I'm talking about here is resolving, restoring the self through reconciliation, forgiveness, and healing, and letting go of behaviors, attitudes, thought forms, ways of processing information, ways of dealing with life that were ways that we used to move through life in order to survive. But this is going beyond that now, and realizing that you don't need to stay in survival mode. You need to thrive. And in order to thrive, you need to adjust certain behaviors, recalibrate, invoke more fire energy, and not be quite so passive in the way that you approach and deal with issues. Okay, Capricorn? Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands reversed, Nine of Cups, Seven of Worlds, and Ace of Crystals. Nice, two aces here. So there is this feeling here that you can have a really fresh start. You can really reinvigorate your own energy through making the time to be in this process of uncovering in order to glean information which can be used as a resource into your own healing process, to your own understanding, to make a breakthrough in order to fulfill to feel a greater sense of fulfillment in life with greater clarity, knowing that you are much more empowered than you think you are, that your well-being is very much in your own hands, and that you are at the cusp now of really understanding how to really align your energy, your own personal will with divine will, so that you can really be in a true north kind of alignment with your life path, with your with the potential of your being as you have come into this life. Okay, Capricorn. I hope you found that helpful. Just be honest in all things, always. Always be honest, and you'll have the fastest, clearest, cleanest process of healing in all ways, all the time. Always be really, really honest. That goes for everyone. I'm not just saying that for you guys based on this reading, but that's true for everyone at all times. The fastest way to clear karma and resolve and heal and move through any type of difficulties is to just be fucking honest. And it's not hard. It's actually easier. It's much easier than maintaining lies and mistruths, because you keep yourself trapped. Okay, Temperance and Judgment reversed here. I really would love to see these cards. The energy of these cards are kind of yours to work with at this time. So you're the one that can bring about the revelation for yourself. This is about you doing inner work, whatever in this whole reading, I didn't really see any other people. This energy that you're dealing with right now is entirely about you, the way you feel, the way you think, the way you're processing information, your physical health, your emotional state. It's time for you to have a rework, like really dig deep to try to find understanding and uncover truth, resolve, reconcile, heal, cleanse, release, and you can have a new day. This is about having a new day, a new perspective, dawning a new day, a revelation, a light bulb moment, But it's up to you to be honest. And it's up to you to generate more fire energy within, to activate your senses, to activate your physical body, to activate your intuition, to activate your... I'm getting cellular, something cellular. It needs to be, you need to have like a cellular memory. It's for someone. So, dig deep, Capricorn, this month. There's a lot of potential for you to really heal and come to a fresh place of real deep understanding of self and more greater empowerment. But get in there and do your own like surgery. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks, Cap. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to watch your sun, moon, and ascendant sign. If you know your Venus placement, you can watch that as well to get information about relationships and love if you're interested in that. Also money. Venus rules money. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your time. I value your time. I appreciate your time. It's an honor to read for you. I'm so grateful to share this space with you. And I hope that you will come back and see me again for the next reading.